If you've ever wondered what it's like to edit for a celebrity or an NFL player, then stick around. In a world where video editing and the power of videos themselves are increasing on an exponential scale, where TikTok has revived short-form content and our consumption of videos is higher than ever, you might very well say that video editing is a good job to have. It comes in many different shapes and forms, from corporate videos to social media to short film, feature film, and documentaries. But in today's video, we are going to be discussing only 5 of those. And they're not just any video editing gig. They are the 5 greatest video editing gigs in the whole world. Now I know that 99% of you have seen people do real estate videos, but have you seen the high-end ones? High-end real estate videos are just that little bit more extra. They ooze luxury, class, often feature exotic sunsets, fancy cars, and locations to drool over. They use drone shots to show off location, scale, and grandeur, close-up shots to show off special features in the home, and very specific cinematography techniques by the videographer to capture things like time lapses or shots that need to be stitched together in post. Editing footage like this would mean you'd have to have a solid editing rig, capable of dealing with large video files, probably shot in 4K. You need to be able to color grade log footage to make the drone and camera shots match up, which in turn means you'd have to have advanced knowledge of higher-end video system formats like RE-RAW and Red-RAW. You'd also need compositing skills in order to stitch together certain shots, and you'd have to be a boss at time ramping to maximize the effect of certain shots. The benefit of all of that, though, is that you get paid more than regular real estate editing, and you'd get to see the crazy and cool side of million-dollar homes. That's the big leagues, for sure. Speaking of big leagues, next up is doing video editing for a pro sports team or an actual league itself. I recently heard about a photographer/filmmaker named Tej who was shooting and editing concerts. This gave him an opening to meet a pro NFL player who then invited him to come and shoot social media content for him, which then got Tej in the sights of the NFL, who have since hired him to shoot and edit. Not everyone's story will be that epic, but editing for an establishment like a pro team is definitely a cool gig, regardless if you like sports or not. I imagine editing their content would be highly social media heavy, with the need for quick turnarounds, especially if you're editing games they're playing, and they would need content within hours of the game finishing, if not earlier. This is a highly niche gig, but extremely awesome, especially for sports lovers. Imagine getting to edit for your favorite sports team. Another niche one is editing for a videographer who works with a celebrity. One of our teachers here on the channel is Quinn, who's based in New York. She actually got approached by Alicia Keys to follow her around and shoot content for her. She's done a getting ready for the Met Gala video, a song promotion, and documented a trip to Dubai for an expo performance. Editing for a celebrity, you'd have to be pretty versatile and open to trying new things. You'd get creative ideas and suggestions thrown at you, and you'd have occasions where you have to edit on location, so portability would be key too. But boy oh boy, what a thing to put on your resume. While we're on the topic of celebrities, if you had told me 10 or 15 years ago that being a YouTube celebrity was a thing, let alone editing for them, I would have looked at you very funny. But in this day and age, with YouTube stars having millions of subscribers and tens of millions of views, editing for a YouTube personality is the real deal. One of those editors is Mo Syed, who edits for KSI. KSI has 15.1 million subs, and his videos get 4 million plus views on average. Editing for big YouTube stars like that takes a huge amount of practice. Figuring out ways to keep the audience engaged, you'd have to be a one-man editing superstar. What a job. Now, regardless of what type of work you do, you want to get it done as fast and efficiently as possible and at the highest level. And the way to do that is through templates. So you can do things that you already know how to do, but you know would take you 2 to 3 hours to conjure up. So stop wasting time, start getting your lives back, and check out our partner Envato Elements. They have over 30,000 templates and over 1 million creative assets to help you improve your videos and your clients' videos, upping your game with just a few clicks. And you can get it all for $9 by checking out the link in the description. Last but not least, for many editors, this is the holy grail of editing. You guessed it. I'm talking about being a feature film video editor. Working with footage shot by professional cinematographers, featuring professional actors, industry pros working in every role in the feature film, that would be a dream. Imagine getting to see rough cuts of shots taken just that day, getting to work closely with a director and producers, telling them your ideas for how you envision the edit to come together. It would take weeks and months to get through to the final cut, but what an experience it would be. It would be your task to take all of these shots, takes, and scenes, all of these months of work, and streamline them and package them into a 1.5 to 3 hour film. film to be enjoyed by tons of people all around the world. You'd need super good organization skills, be a master of editing techniques, and you'd have to have the ability to keep the whole picture in mind as you're working on it scene by scene. And that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments which you aspire to work towards, and if there's any others that I didn't list that you think are amazing. Stay awesome, stay creative, and as Josh always says,
Thanks so much for watching, guys, and as always, remember to keep it chill.